Ụtụtụ ọma ụmụ Chineke, we your Biafran women sisters are here again. We welcome you to our program this morning. None.
Our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra, land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra, land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra, land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra, land. No one is to be rejected. No one is to be neglected. No one is to be defenseless. All in Biafra land, no. It's time to give justice a chance. So I'm rejecting the evil ones. Restore our nation, love. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land. We are supposed to have peace. No more oppression. Nobody will rob our children of the future and riches. No more games or politics. Just love and equality. Hope for humanity. That's how it's supposed to be. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land. We are one strong family, one people. We are one strong family, one people. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land.
Awesome. Our nation, Biafra land. We are here to get our nation, Biafra land, a place where no one will be neglected. Everyone will be counted for. A place, a garden of hope, peace, and love. That is the nation that we dream of. Good day, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and lovers of freedom all over the world. We are the sisters here in diaspora. I have my sister Augusta in Richmond. Sister Augusta, please send out a shout out.
Good morning, Biafrans all over the world. We thank you for joining us this morning. We have a lot to discuss. And as we usually say, it is towards the restoration of our motherland. Thank you.
Of course, thank you so much. And then, of course, we have my wonderful sister in Kentucky, the one that sits in the land of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Sister April, please.
Good morning, listeners. Good morning, my people, my people. We're here once again to rub our minds together because we must restore Biafra, and we're not joking about it. We will do everything it will take to restore our motherland, and we're here to do needful. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, we're here to do the needful. Of course, before we get started, as we always start by acknowledging our Maker, the one, the Maker of heaven and earth, the Maker of the universe, the decider of our fate. Thank you, Father. Thank you, dear Lord, this morning. As we face these uncertain times in our land, we ask you, Lord, to dwell amongst us. We are comforted by the knowledge alone that you are our Maker and our Redeemer and the ultimate master of our lives. We trust our land to your loving care. Send us your spirit to touch the hearts of our people. Give them the wisdom to know what is right and the courage to do it. Give us your light and your truth to guide us in our ways so that we may seek your will in our lives and impart the world around us for your kingdom. Rock of Ages, we know you have endowed us with power, authority, and wealth to be the place of worship, a future where we and our children will worship you once we restore our land. Therefore, Lord, we are asking for your intercession as we play our part in actualizing these God's mandate. In the name of Chukwuka Abiyama, we have prayed. He say, we do want to acknowledge our leader, all the hardcore Biafrans all over the world, people that are doing the needful, that are not waiting for command to do the right thing for Biafra. We welcome you this morning and we thank you. And of course, before we get started, we do want to give a minute of silence to our wonderful mother, our dear mother, our Biafra, the true Biafra mother, who has been, or who was fighting before she passed on to the glory. We pray that our mother will continue to fight. She will continue to petition the heavenly hosts to give us Biafra. So our minute starts now. All right, thank you so much. The topic of today is called the ills of nepotism. The ills of nepotism. We know that this is rampant in Africa. We know that this is rampant in the Zoological Republic. We know it's even rampant in our family circle. What is nepotism? Nepotism is the granting of jobs to one's relative or friends in various fields, including businesses, politics, entertainment, sports, religion, other activities, even when they are not qualified. Why are we worried about nepotism? Why? Because it's holding us back. Nepotism is one of the evils that brought the zoo country down. Most federal offices has been turned into a village camp where people will pass on jobs to their sisters and brothers, whether they are qualified or not. No wonder the country is in a mess. They will say they are using the quota system to balance the appointment, but they will never did. Corruption never allowed them to pick the best of the best for our country. And we know that this has so many consequences. Rather, they see public offices as an opportunity. Instead of seeing public offices as an opportunity to serve their people, they see it as an opportunity to intimidate and use others. They use it as an override. They use it as a way to get my own. So when I get a job, like you put a mother, he will sit there and give rice and chicken to his people on Christmas Day, whereas he doesn't even know what he's doing. His people don't even know whether he's qualified or not, but they keep glorifying him. And we know that the cabal, Jubril and his cabal, they are the perfect example of nepotism. They hired their judiciary brother, who has never been to a law school, went to Islamic religious courses, gave him a bag that looks like he's going to a DBS house to rule the country. They have been sent to reduce all the tribes. If you look at us right now, poverty is our middle name. They have used their poverty or their nepotism to ensure that everybody else remains in perpetual poverty, while them and their Fulanese friends or sisters and brothers are having a field day. We must do something about this. And it has to begin with every one of us. It's not just the government. When you are not able to do the job, when you are not able to make sure you can bring something to completion, why would you jeopardize a whole group of people just to ensure that you please your brother or your sister? we must do something differently. Sister Augusta, please continue. I think you have to unmute yourself.
Hello, sister. Okay, I'm sorry about that. There was a little crack. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, nepotism in the zoo is a tool to boost the neo-colonial projects. And what is the neo-colonial project? These are the projects that were designated by the British. You know, they want to undermine you. They want to continue to keep you in slavery. They want to use economic tools. They could use political tools. They could even use cultural. So it's a kind of pressure that they will mount. Naturally, our traditional rulers used to be people that they would have to look at all the traditional rights and culture before somebody is given a title of a king or a chief or whatever. But right now, it is so political. So our traditional rulers, they no longer care about us. It is whatever comes from Abuja that they will listen to. You understand? So in this case, these people have a blueprint that they are using, and the blueprint came from the British. So like the colonial rulers did when they were directly in charge, this time around they gave the Fulanis the power to be able to be in charge over us. You understand? So this was what they did. The system being used in Nigeria is exactly what Britain used to kill and destroy over 100 million Native Americans when they came over here to America. So, and that blueprint is still there. It has not, they've not stopped using it. They haven't stopped using it. So they know that it would work, they know that it works, and they know that it will continue to work if it is followed to the later. So you bring the most successful tribe, the Igbos, the Biafrans, you bring them to the level of the poorest people, the Fulanis, people that are not smart in any way. You know, sometimes we sit back and say the Fulanis are not smart, the Fulanis are not intelligent, the Fulanis are this, are that. But the truth about it is that they are actually following a blueprint by the British, and that is why it's kind of like working against us. So when they gave power to people that were supposed to be underneath us, or when they gave power to people that were kind of like superior over,
Sister Augusta,
it kind of like, yes.
My sister, hold on. Are we still on? This stupid thing here is telling me it's trying to reconnect. Are we still live? Can you check on your side?
Yeah, I can hear you. We are live, are we not?
Okay, so you can hear me. I'm not seeing any activities on my side. We are?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Continue, sister.
Okay. So sorry about that. So they came and they started ruling over us, and that invariably allowed them to do things their own way. There was an unfair distribution of resources, even though most of the resources come from Biafra land. If not all of the resources, they come from Biafra land. But there was uneven distribution. Once they get whatever comes from our land, they will use it to develop theirs. And we are the ones living in abject poverty. We are the ones going through all sorts of penury that you can't even think of. You would think you have a government, but you do not. So the blueprint, as I said, has been used by the Fulanis, and they will continue to use it if we do not wake up. So what they did is that when they started distributing these resources according to what the blueprint says, they now spread poverty and insecurity all over the place. You know, it's a tactic that they have been using. You understand? So they would import foreign killers to come and take over the land and the resources of the people. Most of the people that they bring out to our Biafra land are usually people from Chad, people from Niger, people from all these northern areas. They are the Somalia or Mali. These are the people that they bring, and they are foreigners. They don't know who is who. So, and they don't even speak the general Hausa language that we know. So that's the person when they come, they kill us, and they now tax us heavily. They tax us heavily. If you go to the north, okay, northerners, they don't drink alcohol. It's against their religious whatever. But they tax we the southerners heavily on alcohol intake. And whatever resources that is gotten from the alcohol is used to clean up their dirty environment, and we are here, we are being subjected to whatever condition that we find ourselves. So what they are doing presently, especially things that they know would affect us economically, is that they started closing the border. They know that we are the ones that import and export. They have closed the border. We can no longer do our businesses. That has been shut down, I think, in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's been shut down. And there's nothing that they're doing about it. But guess what? They only closed the border that is closer to, that we normally use. They did not close the northern border.
They did not.
They are still, transporting foreign rice with bicycles or with motorcycles. They're still transporting rice into their northern region. Meanwhile, we don't have any, the borders are being closed, our businesses are being shut down. There are so many things that they're doing to stifle our economy, which they have succeeded. In all honesty, they have. But the truth about it is that a whole lot of us still have to wake up to be able to counter what they are doing. They have discouraged local industries. You shut down the border and you did not allow production to happen. The time you shut down the border, you might allow local producers to be able to produce whatever it is you are importing, but they won't allow that to happen. Now they told us all to relocate our businesses, like they did in the case of Innocent, that it should relocate is either it relocates his motor manufacturing to Lagos or Kaduna. If not, it will lose its license. You understand? And you start wondering, are we in the same country? Are we in the same country? And my advice for Innocent will be, he has to come and join this struggle. Because once he joins this struggle, he will not have to, listen to anybody. You understand? Now, they also burn up our resources. You see, in the last 2 weeks, or in the last 2 weeks, there have been petrol tankers everywhere. Petrol tankers everywhere. If you come here to the United States, you'll find out that there is a lane that when there are large lanes, different lanes, that even if you have an heavy or what is it called, a big tanker going, you can always move away from that tanker. But in this case, the roads are bad. The roads are bad, and we are not even talking about the roads in this case. This is a method that they are using in killing us, and we just have to wake up to it. It's the method that they're using, and they're not relenting. They're not stopping. So they want to spread terror everywhere. They want to make unrealistic budgets that they know would not work. And guess what? The recent budget that they made, they are actually using it to service loans that they got, and they're still going out there to get more loans. Biafra, because that is where the resources come from. So they're still going out there to get loans for this, get loans for that, and at the end of the day, whatever budget that they make is used in servicing the loans that they got. The interest rates are so high, and you are wondering, even if we have to pay this money in the next 1 million years, we won't be able to pay them up. This is what they're trying to do. So these people have a blueprint of what they are about to achieve, and they are not relenting. They are not relenting. They have complicated all our situations in that zoo. And that is why we are asking for Biafra, because if we don't get it, we are going to remain perpetual slave to these guys. And I know that Kabema will not allow that to happen. Thank you, my sister.
He will not allow that to happen. God, we will not. We will indict God before that happens. We must get our nation, Biafra, a garden of hope, peace, and love. Sister Ikwe, please continue.
Yes, my sisters. We will not allow that to happen. And that's why we're here, to do the needful. And we're calling on everyone, do whatever you can do from your own end. Whatever talent that Chukwuokike has given to you, use it to serve your nation. Is it like my sister was talking about poverty? Africa in its entirety has been reduced to a continent of poverty, disease, death, and burials. All we celebrate is burials. We think of who we spend more in burial. This I will say, kill, especially in the part where I come from, the Igbo Biafra. They will kill, one family will kill 6 cows to bury one man. Then the next family will say, oh, these people, when they did their own, they killed 6 cows. Let's go and kill 10. Another person will say, no, we don't have money. He said, let's sell land. So you sell land to bury a dead man. What will happen to the living? So this is what the entire Africa has been reduced to. A continent of poverty, diseases, and burials. The powers holding Africa down has ensured that they will put their servants in place. They pick these servants that they know that will return whatever it is to them. Those servants will go also and pick their own friends and family members who will remain loyal to them. So collectively, they turned the entire nations of Africa into a lucrative casino, according to Professor Lumumba. The zoo country, for example, you can say that it will have it's the den of robbers. Robbers everywhere, at all levels, stealing from the people. There's this thing that we read that I say Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. I think this one is 100 thieves. Whoever steals most becomes most successful. That's what we have in Zoo country. If you are a bigger thief, then you become more successful than the rest. And the one that stole yesterday will come in today and steal more. Then the other one will look and say, oh, this person is doing good for himself. And now steal more than what other person stole. They commercialized the leadership in that Zoo country at all levels. In the church, traditional rulers, local government, towns and villages, even in your families, they have commercialized leadership. They give it to the highest bidder, the person that will give them more money. So it has to be people, their friends. It has to be their friends. It has to be their family members that they have groomed over the time on how to steal. So the one that steals, that this one really knows how to lie and steal. Let's put him there. Minister of Information has to be someone that lies most. If you have, they check your record and you really lies a lot, then you qualify to be Minister of Information. Men have lost the leadership of their homes to Oga on top. So nepotism is even in our family. Your Oga on top will steal your wife because he has money that he stole. Even electorates do not think critically anymore when they want to vote. What they think is he from my village? Is she from my village? Is she, or this person is from our town, oh, nearby. He will do well. The only reason he will do well is because he's from your village. Not because he's qualified, not because of the performance, not because of capability, but because he's from your village. Then he will do well. That's how Zoo ended up with Buhari and Jibril. They wanted somebody that will come and do what their villagers want. Now they impose everything upon the whole nation. Like in civilized world. In civilized and progressive world, you don't see that. In those places, they succeeded in setting up a corruption-proof and trusted system. The system that will correct itself. You put these things in place.
Check and balances.
That, oh, we are corrupt. No, it's not that we are corrupt. It's not that we don't have a system in place. You put the right system to correct these things. In any organization, be it in the family, be it any organization whatsoever, if you do not put this type of system, the corruption-proof system, a system that checks itself, a system that has checks and balances, if you don't put it in place, you're joking. You're not ready. Because human beings are the same everywhere.
Yeah.
Human beings are naturally biased. If you go somewhere as a human being, if you're a black person, your brain will go towards any black person in that community, whether it's the armed robber. If you're a white person, you enter a community, if you see one white man there, even if he's a colonial, even if he's a missionary, and you go there, the only person there is one colonial armed robber. Your brain will go towards him.
Right.
Because he's so kind. But what have other nations done in past time? They set up a system, a corruption-proof system, a system that can be trusted, a system that has checks and balances, so that when that system is in place, it's difficult for that your natural tendencies to manifest. A system that works for everyone, irrespective of their tribe, race, religion, gender, level of education, or economic or social status. It's what people sit down and intentionally do. You have to be intentional about it. You sit down and intentionally do it. In any organization, anywhere you set up, you must put these things in place. If you don't put them in place, you're not ready. You will deal with nepotism, and it's going to bring down what you have worked hard to set up. Thank you, my sisters. Thank you, my people.
My dear, we have come of age. We cannot continue to do the same thing and expect different results. The funny thing about all of this is that all we really have to do is to copy and paste. We don't even have to invent anything. We can go and see an effective government and make sure that's the effective government that we have. But like you said, people are biased. Their minds are, they mean without you even knowing it. The only way you will not be biased if you are strategic and intentional about what you're doing. If not, you are likely just the whole more, the countenance will lean you to the other side. So as we're doing all of this, every bad thing that they're doing affects every one of us, irrespective of your tribe, your clan, your community, or your village, or your family name. So if you think about when you live in a so-called mansion and the road is not built, when you come, I guess what you still have to go through those road bumps, even though you have the brand new car. So we have suffered enough. We have suffered enough. We should, by now, we should know how to manage our affairs properly. We should know how to insist that the right things must be done. Because what we have reserved ourselves to is, oh, I don't want to offend anyone. You've seen what they're doing is wrong. Instead of you to speak up, you keep quiet. Because if you, oh, at the end of the day, when you get to that position, you should be able to do the same. Are you looking for the collective interests of your people? Are you looking for your own collective interests? So we must begin to demystify leadership, be it political, traditional, church, organizational, even family as well. We have to do the right thing. There is no other way. We cannot continue to complain and complain and complain and complain, whereas we are not even doing the right thing. So let it begin with me today. Let it begin with you today. By you seeing what is not right and not saying, hey, I cannot be part of this. By making your displeasures to be known versus keeping it inside. We must start today and not when Biafra is restored. Very important. Please go ahead, Sister Augusta.
Yes, we must start today and not when Biafra is restored. That is very, very important. Well said, Sister Muna. Because if we don't start today, by the time we get to Biafra, we would be overwhelmed.
Yes.
We won't know where to start from.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to start taking it gradually. We have to start, navigating the steps, gradually, so that once Biafra lands, everything will be in place. We would be totally set up. Then we'll be good to go. So we don't have to wait for ideas. When the ideas are there openly for you, you have to start figuring out what you need to do now to get Biafra to the forefront. So yes, we must begin to practice leadership and politics of ideas. As we're saying, the heels of nepotism. Nepotism, it is rampant everywhere. It is the imam, like if you want to hire somebody, you have to know who knows who. It's not going to be like that when Biafra comes. It's going to be based on merit. What can you bring to the table? What can you do differently that others are not doing? That is going to be based on merit. What are your qualifications to be able to do that? Are you qualified educationally? Are you an artisan that can build and repair? What do you do? What is your passion? If you're a musician, do you really sing well, or do you go and copy somebody's song and remix it? Is that what it is? So we're going to look for ingenuity in our people. You understand? And it's going to come, it's going to reflect when the time comes. And that is why we talk every day. I mean, every Saturday we come here to talk to our people to start getting it right within themselves. And as Sister Mona said, it has to start with you. It has to start with me. I have to figure out what I can do differently that others are not doing. Then I should be able to go out there and start doing it. You understand? So we do not have to wait. We listen to various ideas and opinions that will make a wise decision based on superior arguments, not based on sentiment. It has to be based on superior arguments.
Say it, sister. Say it again. Say it again.
We have to, whatever argument we have to have has to be based on superior argument. What ideas do you have that supersedes what I have? That's what we have to look for. We don't have to look for what is she even bringing to the table, or what is he even bringing to the table? No. What are those ideas? Does your idea supersede mine? If it does, how do we navigate through this idea to bring it to fruition? So this should be what we should be talking about. There will be no more politics of my person did here. No. It has to be, what are you qualified for this position? If you are going to get it. That is what it's going to be.
Merit.
For us to go for what? And our work will be merit-based, your job performance, your hard work, and there's going to be feedback mechanism. Because that is one thing that country in Zoo lacks. They lack feedback mechanism. So we're going to have feedback about situations of things. Are we doing it right? Are we doing it wrong? Do we do it right or do we do it left? Whatever, we are going to have people's opinion. And we're going to look at it critically to be able to ascertain what we want to do. So it's not going to be selection based on bias or partiality towards a favored group of persons. Like this Jubri now, he only favors the North. All the, whatever is given, all the people in the security system are based from the North. So you're telling me that there are no people from the East or from the West that are more educated than those people in the North? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It selects its own people all the time to fill the positions that are supposed to be meant for the entire zoo. But guess what? We are not interested in the zoo. We're interested in Biafra. And we're trying to make sure that our people understand this before we get Biafra. There is going to be competition of ideas, not competition of evilness. You bring idea, I bring my idea. If our idea tally, we move on.
Absolutely.
If it does not tally, we try to get to a middle ground to be able to ascertain the best approach towards both ideas. So it has to be competition based on good ideas, not evil. A society that is guided by rule of laws, not prayer and fasting. Oh my God! I think there's no way we cannot stop talking about religion. We don't hate religion. Get it right. We don't hate Christianity. We don't even hate Islam or whatever. We don't hate religion. It's the practice of the way it is being practiced in the zoo.
The bleaching of the brain
Drives me crazy. How can a whole house be burning and you are there saying Holy Ghost fire, Holy Ghost fire? Are you adding more fire to the burning house? Instead of you trying to figure out how to get water to quench that fire, and you oh my God, that is one of those things we have to take care of. Your accessibility has to be upfront. It has to be upfront. You understand? False religion, sentiments, and deception has to stop. Oh my God, if you go on Facebook now, there is this one-armed lady that was being used by different pastors to talk about different miracles happening in their different churches. The same woman, the same arm, different pastors, different gatherings. And you're wondering, when will our mumu do? When are we going to stop believing these false prophets? There are a million of them. And why do they even go to opening churches? That's the easiest way to make money.
A lot of gullible people around.
Giving people false hopes. Okay, don't worry. When you pray 35, when you pray
fasting and
hours,
prayer,
I will come and visit you. And guess what? These pastors they're not even praying and fasting.
Taking first class to visit Obodoyibo.
They are wearing Gucci, they are wearing Louis Vuitton, they are wearing Versace, they are wearing all these high designers because it is your money. They're telling you, bring your money, we will pray for you, and life will become better for you. And these pastors are using that money to look good. And you're asking yourself, why is God only blessing the pastor and all their congregants are impoverished? You kind of like ask those questions. So if we want to understand what is going on, we have to start looking at Rwanda. Rwanda was, they had their war several years ago. They have come out of the war and they have a president that is sound up here. The guy is sound. When I mean sound, the guy knows what he's doing. So if we look at the way Rwanda has become the African most success-inspiring story, you won't even want to understand why Nigeria is still called the giant of Africa.
Nobody calls it that anymore. It's a giant of the shithole country.
Oh, shithole, that's what it is. And it remains so because we Biafrans are living. We're living. So this guy came, the first thing he did was to sanitize the system. That was what he did. By closing down about 6,000 mushroom churches and mosques. He did that. And he kind of like stipulated several things, a type of standard that we would follow when it comes to religion. If you have to own a church or have a church, at least you should have gone for 7 years theological or philosophical training. No more roadside mechanic churches. No more. You don't just open a kiosk and people will come and do that. And before you know it, you are driving a Lexus. No, it ain't gonna happen. And that was the first thing he did. He sanitized, closed down those churches, used the buildings for motherless babies' homes, used those edifices that the church owners built for schools. He converted everything. And now everybody is sound. And he is setting the precedent for other African countries. And unfortunately, the zoo cannot learn. And that is what, and we know that if Biafra comes, oh my God, Biafra is going to even overpass or supersede Rwanda. We know that for sure because for crying out loud, we are the smart.
I give them only 6 hours, not even 6 days.
I'm telling you, we're going to sanitize that environment. We're going to clear that environment. Because guess what? The people that are coming to be part of this restoration are not just intelligent, they're smart. A whole lot of us have lived in diaspora. We know how it works. And we're going to bring our ideas together. And this is going to make it work effectively. Jobs will be created, employment will be there for businessmen and women. There will be no more fraudulent churches up and down. Oh, that is the first one that
you wouldn't even have time, my dear. By the time you work Monday through Friday, you will decide how many fasting and prayer you want to do.
You will have to do that. So all those things and the crews and will eliminate all those political thugs and all what's not, even the traditional rulers. We will have to redesign how you can become a traditional ruler. Yes, all that has to be put in place because if we don't clear the land, if we do not sanitize the land, if we do not clean up the land, it's going to be the same thing. And Biafra is not going to be like that because they're not going to allow it to be like that. And that is why we are telling people every day, every now and then that will come on air that, hey, you have to do the needful. And the needful is start sanitizing yourself first. Because when Biafra comes, you are a sanitized person.
You're ready to go.
If you're not, then you will remain in the zoo. And guess what? I read recently, I think this one was yesterday evening, I was going through Facebook, and I found out that Jubril is trying to import doctors from UK and Europe. From Abby, I don't know. It was trying to import foreign doctors. And the first thing that bothered me so much is that where did they even get this animal from? You are importing doctors, meanwhile the doctors in your country are not even well paid. There are no facilities that could help them achieve what they're supposed to do. And guess what? Especially here in America, I always use America because this is where I live. The majority of the physicians and medical practitioners actually from Biafra land that we have here in the United States. The statistics are there. You understand? That we have here in the United States, and you are going to go and import doctors from UK, doctors that you cannot pay. And the reason is because they want to cut down on foreign medical mission or foreign medical whatever. And I'm like, oh God, how did God even put us together with these people? Because what happened?
God didn't do it. The British idiot, the British evil empire did it.
British did. What about our forefathers? Why did they fight this British? Because I don't understand why we got connected in the first place with these people. How? We don't even match. We don't click. Why weren't our forefathers, why weren't their eyes open? Why couldn't they have used whatever they had to stop this
evil people?
Telling people now to get ready. Because when Biafra comes, it's not going to be one name, or it's not going to be Amamonia. It's not going to be, no. We're trying to tell everybody, get ready now.
Right.
Oh, get ready. Start getting whatever you need to get, so that when Biafra comes, it's not going to be, I'm the chief commissioner of the company. No. Commissioner said we won't even have all those positions. There are some positions that will be slashed because we don't need them. So start preparing yourself right now, so that when the time comes for you to be part of the story, you won't say, oh, you were not told. We are telling you now. And they said the word is enough for the wise.
It is.
Thank you so much.
It is, my sister. Let them continue to keep themselves. If you're dumb enough to go there to work for the zoo government, either they will not pay you or the Fulani herdsman will come and cut off your neck. Let them pay the ones that are over there doing the work. Let them train them very well to do the job. That's what they should be doing. Anyway, to continue, I have my sister AP.
Thank you, my sister. Absolutely, sisters. In Biafra land, it's not going to be business as usual. You better go and start developing yourself, because it's not going to be one name not there, one name not there. I was an IPOB member. President Nankan has even said it. He said, if you're very active in this struggle, you might not even get any position, because we need to prove a point that we did not restore Biafra so that we start leading our people. We are restoring Biafra because it's the right thing to do. So in Biafra land, it's going to be merit-based position, selection or election. And that's what we're taking time to educate our people. So that when we get there, we will start, not even when we get there, like you said, we'll start now to know how to do the right thing. Because that brain that they damage, they use religion, use false indoctrination, use everything they can lay their hands on to reduce us to animals. And we stop thinking critically.
Sad.
Because if you stop thinking critically, you have become an animal. And that's what you just become. So, talking about making hard decisions, like Paul Kagame, you said, Rwanda, that had to make hard and realistic decisions because he wanted to move forward. Nigerians must decide to throw away their fraudulent constitution, throw it into the trash can, because that's where it belongs. That's where to start from. In the sanitization of that zoo country, you must throw away that piece of garbage called your constitution, that satanic children set in place. That's the first sign to show that you're serious with your destiny. Not election, not a Igbo presidency, nothing like that. You call yourself a lawyer. You must know that the first thing to do is not to call for Igbo presidency, but to throw away that piece of garbage you call constitution. That is an illegal, fraudulent piece of shit. That's the first thing you need to do. And anyone that has not done that should not even bother to come to talk to us, because we won't listen.
Nonsense.
We won't listen. So we are sanitizing our people, sanitizing the system, because it's very critical to what we're doing. Fulani herdsmen and their ruling cabals, they are so selfish and greedy that we know they will not allow the system to be sanitized. And that's why we are going for Biafra. The zoo country is too backward for Biafra. We want to fly. As Biafrans, we want to fly. We want to show the world what the black man can do. And that zoo country is too backward. He can't contain us. Now, what am I doing with Fulani headsman being on top of my head? That's nonsense. So we've been patient enough. And that patient dog has died.
Yes, sir.
That patient dog has been waiting to eat the fattest bone.
Has died long time.
That dog is dead. He's dead. The patient dog is dead. Igbos that have been the patient dog in that zoo country called Nigeria, the patient dog is dead.
Yes.
With the current level of terrorism going on in Biafra land, it's now very obvious to everyone that we have to go.
Yes, no question.
We are incapacitated so much that we can't even defend ourselves. We can't even defend our market. We can't even stop fire that is burning in our land. We can't even stop them from raping our mothers. We cannot do anything. They've used the traditional rulers and the church leaders to indoctrinate and cage our strong men and strong boys. To the extent they cannot even defend their mothers and their daughters. It has not happened before.
That's true. They can't even think on their own system. They can't think on their own.
They have reduced stuff.
Power of the pastor or the priest to come and do what I don't understand. Who did this to us, people do?
They did it to us. Like you said, it's the blueprint that was used to reduce Native Americans to garbage. It's the same blueprint that they gave to Fulanis to come and do what they're doing, and whatever they're doing is near completion. They have succeeded. It's near completion. We are just coming up from the dead to fight. The remaining men that should fight for us, what did they do to them? The politicians gave them money to be protecting them and their families. Why communities are burnt down to ashes? Our mothers and daughters are raped to death. Why the so-called police and security agents are busy protecting the rapists and the killer? And you know what? The only voice that is even responding to this calamity, which is the voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, the only strong voice.
That's right.
Do you know what the remaining are doing? They are attacking them. Some people will go to Facebook. The only thing they will see to do is to narrate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Why they are not doing it right. They are not doing this. This is what a grown-ass man, like Americans will say, will sit down for hours narrating. You see, I don't understand that logic. I don't understand why we are under attack, under serious attack. We are in great danger. Rather than you cooperate with those that are really making an effort to make sure that we get out of danger, the only thing you can do is to sit down.
Unbelievable.
I look at such men and I say, are you really a man?
They are not, my
Let them
dear.
go for plastic surgery and let them give you breast.
They are done.
Because you're not a man.
No, they can't become a woman. No, hell no. They should be an animal, monkey or a baboon, not a woman.
Yes, they can't be women. That's true.
They can't be women because we women, we are very strong. We know what we are looking for. We are passionate about what we are looking for. We are fanatical about where we are getting to or where we are going to get to. So they don't. It's not giving them breast implants. They don't need it. Probably they will be working on.
Throw them to the Mediterranean. Yeah, to the Mediterranean Sea. That's where they belong. Fish.
We'll make them walk on their four legs. I think they should start walking on their four legs so they'll know that they are goats. You understand? Because they can't even take women, like you said. You're right. Biafra women are powerful. We are very critical. We think we are sound. We are sound upstairs.
We are analyzers.
Those men that all they do is sit on their laptop and criticize the little efforts people are trying to make. They should go and walk on their four legs like goats, because I think that's God's best thing for them. My people say it takes a community to raise a child. If it takes a community to raise a child, then it takes more than a man to build a nation. It takes more than one woman to build a nation. All hands must be on deck. And that's what we've been saying as Biafran women. This nation we are trying to build is no Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's nation. So why do you sit down and keep criticizing him as if that's the only job to be done?
Oh dear.
He is only doing the little he can as an individual. Now in this battle, he has lost his mother and he's still fighting on. What will it take you to wake up as a Biafran and go and do the needful? Stay on your own lane and do the needful, like the Fulanis are doing. On this platform, we have told you that they divided themselves. Some are into business, Dangote and Group. Some are in politics, Buhari, Jubrin, and Omunye. Some are raping women, you see them in the villages already. Some are carrying cattle. Some are loving our daughters. They They divided this thing, they divided it. What is it taking our people to understand this? You are busy forming important union that is useless. All you do is to eat rice and what?
Oh, dear.
Honestly, we are saying that this is not the time anymore to yap like market women. This is not the time. Do whatever you can from your village or your area of specialization. We have always been a communal people. We have always been people that when there's a project, we come together and do it together and succeed. That's who we are. We have always done things collectively. Even when we don't think alike, it has never stopped us from setting a goal and achieving it. What will it profit a man who sits down every day castigating those that are trying to make a move towards our freedom? Yet you are not providing a superior alternative for the people. It doesn't make sense, my people. It does not make sense. It's not who we are. A true Biafran must be sensible and wise. Look for ways to improve on what others are doing. If you cannot fly, like Martin Luther said, you should run. If you cannot run, you should walk. If you cannot walk, you should crawl. But you must make a positive change. You must make a movement. You must do something towards the restoration project. We are under serious attack. Don't just be passive and be at the receiving end. All you do is, oh, they are killing us, they are killing us. Can you see them? They are killing us. That's what our men have reduced themselves to. We have all become reporters, lamentators, complainers. You just go around complaining and crying and you will not do anything about your situation. It is time to find ways to protect yourself, my people. Put machines and mechanisms in place. Use whatever you have to work for Biafra. Use your church. Don't put Biafra, don't put a Nigerian flag beside your church. Put Biafra flag inside it. Use your church. Use your town union, your cloth. Use it to preach Biafra. It is time to defend your territory, your own province, community by community. Defend the old men, defend the old women, defend the children, defend your markets. Set up security teams, set up business teams, set up training teams, set up surveillance and intelligence teams. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what to do. You know what to do. Biafra will definitely come. Biafra will come. But the question is, how many people will be alive to see Biafra? It depends on the decision you're making today. If you decide that what you need to do is to pack your things and start trekking through Mediterranean Sea, through the desert, in this critical time, you might not make it when Biafra comes. If you decide that what you do is to sit down and not protect yourself and not do anything like a human being, what do I do to protect my family? How do I form a corporation, a group? We're not telling you to set up freedom fighting groups all over. No, that's not what we're saying. There's a major one. IPOB is in charge of that aspect. Join IPOB, but do the needful. Set up cooperatives, set up business teams, set up things. There are many things to do. A nation is not a football club. A nation is huge. We have different departments. There's so many things that make up a nation. We must make ourselves very useful in this struggle for our collective survival. For our collective survival. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you.
My dear, you said it wrong. You said it wrong. We have to do the needful. My man and the Iranians, they will, you sure they will kill us all. They will stample all over us. So we must do the needful. My sister rightfully said this. She said that this struggle is not a struggle for just our leader only. It's a struggle for every one of us. So do not hide under IPOB or behind IPOB and be sitting there waiting for an order. Anyone doing that is in way. You need to find out what you're doing. If you go on YouTube or whatever, there's so many information there on how to protect yourself. There's so many security apparatus, things you can do where another man will not come to your house and get you. Where you as a young boy walking down the street on your motorcycle can have in your bag, if somebody does anything to you that is supposed to take your life, you release that, whatever it is, and call it a day. We have to find a way to start making these people know that we can protect ourselves. If you're sitting there, yes.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
Do you know that during the war, during the Biafra genocide, my father was out there fighting. But he found time to come back quickly because he was already in Lagos when he started. So he started fighting. He joined from there as they're coming. But he found a way to come back to build bunker for his family. By the time I grew up, I saw the bunker. He built it. He told them, if anything starts happening, he trained everyone, even my grandmother. He said, if anything starts happening, before I get back to you, this is where you will go to. And then he moved back to go and fight with Tutuku.
Wow.
This is what we're telling our people. Use your brain. Go ahead, please.
It's crazy, my dear. It's crazy. So our phone call today, of course, remains the same. It's 281 643 7283 +1 281 643 7283. And our direct line, of course, is 774-338-0942. 774-338-0942. We have other platforms. You can reach us on Messenger, Munachi Justice or Biafra or Pala, or Skype, Biafra Women Show, or our YouTube channel, Daughters of Truth. So you have so many choices. We are waiting for your call to call in and give us your contribution this morning. The ills of nepotism, that is the topic. We need to get this out of our system because Biafra will soon be here. I talk like our brother George Onibe will say. We don't want any vumnanya. We want to be strategic and intentional when things are happening, so that I'm not in control of the situation. If it happens suddenly to us, then that's not what's going to happen. So the purpose of us coming on the air every Saturday, teaching is for us to start having a rethink. If it's stop for us to retrace our steps and see how we can do things differently, it's for us to start making that connection, because one thing we have realized as we've been in this struggle for so many years is that people are not connected. People are not connected as to who they are, what they're supposed to be doing, what the universe expects from them. So because of that, today they are white, tomorrow they are green, one nature they are Biafra, one nature they are zoo country. They are going in and out. I promise you, if you seek to make that connection, you will remain consistent. You're going through your trip and you're moving forward. But if you're not consistent, if you're not connected, guess what? They got one forward, they got backward, they distracted. You go to your left, you go to your right, you go backwards because you're not connected. So let us get on our knees. However way you're going to ask Chukwu Okike Abiama to send this gift, because it is a gift. I've assessed a whole lot of human beings and I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, now I get it. They are not connected. They are not connected to what the universe. They're not connected to what Chukwu Okike Abiama wants them to do. Yeah, maybe because sometimes we are hungry. Because when you're hungry, you're not able to go up the ladder. How does Maslow say it? There's a ladder that will go up. You meet your human need, the oxygen, and then you go up and you go up and you go up. Some of us are still stuck down there trying to get an oxygen to survive. But is that all we're going to do here on earth, to consume oxygen and food? Because an African man, he has said, yeah, I can afford 3 square meals. You know, I say, oh, we need to build a bank. No. I'm not a poor man, I can afford 3 square meals. Chukwu Okike Abiama to come on earth and eat 3 square meals. Do you know here in America, there's a cardiologist here in Houston, on India. He makes so much money just teaching people, my home accusing people to reduce their cardiovascular risk. Staff, I may ask her fast, intermittent fasting. Ndocha will be rushing there, giving him cash or not insurance. He takes cash money. And all he's telling them, take this medication, fast for a few days, or fast for a day or so, maybe 6 hours or 12 hours, skip a breakfast, skip lunch. Guess what? Being at home, all their laboratory numbers, everything would have improved. You have too much food, that 3 square meal can only take you to your early grave. That's why somebody will die. Instead of us to use the money to elevate buildings in our communities, you know, everything else, you guys will use it to buy 20 cows so that you can prove I can afford to bury my befitting burial father. I can befittingly bury my father. The father that suffered and died, that never saw good thing. Can you imagine how depressed your father no management, horror stories, all the bad things that are always here. He feel that 20 cars will send him to heaven. When you want, we have to stop kidding ourselves. People may hear when something happens, they will use the opportunity to raise the money for a foundation. Look at the schools in our village. Look at all the burials that we do in our village. Imagine each time somebody dies, I say, oh, this money we are going to raise today, don't bring anything, just bring us money towards the rebuilding of that secondary school in our village square. Can you imagine that? But no, people will turn it into a eating escapade. Even one, you spoon and fork and knife na bia bonaga. Una turn is in the bind to hunger. They cannot reason anymore and try to do something differently. And then those of them who GAG, yes, we may have to forgive our poor mothers not have village because they don't have food to eat. But in the GAG, instead of you to set these people up to do better for themselves, you reduce them to, I'm waiting for burial to go and eat rice and beans. Imagine if we use the money for 100 cows or how many cows you're killing for your father to elevate the next secondary school or give scholarship to 20 people in the village. So anywhere you want to go and put your father's name on it or your mother's name on it. Instead, we use it to make Fulanis rich. They will buy more cows, come and destroy your farmland and then cut your neck off and rape you in your farmland. Please, it's time for us to retrace our steps. We cannot continue to do this to ourselves. Then me, myself, I will get upset and say, God, that if you're not going to save my people, you're not here. I will start saying crazy things to him. But my people are doing a number on themselves. Every chance they get. They will come here and do induction Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There is our sister here, they just took her license. They say she didn't hurry up and give an oxygen. Patient had an anoxic brain injury. Do you guys know they took this lady's license after the board of nursing claim that now the environment, the dynamic of the environment was against her, the way the thing was set up and distraction and people that could have helped her didn't help her. Okay, who to make all this evidence? You still suspended her license. And then you will tell our people here, let's get together and have a voice in a place and make that strategic alliance that will help us in a situation like this. No, God forbid. They would rather go and pay to join Enyimba and go to induction and post themselves on Facebook to tell Umunna Hagoro na gonna Biafra land that I have arrived. I'm in America. I'm doing well.
Sister Muna, you know, for that lady that her license was seized, if she were to be probably from the Chinese community or from the Jewish community or even from the Indian community, all these things would not have happened because there will be a body in that community that will come and fight for her. There will be a body, a strategic, like they have, all these people, they have bodies. So there will be a body in her community that will come and fight for her to make sure that she does not lose her license. She's going to get some punitive measures. That's correct. Maybe they will say, okay, probation for like a month or 2 months.
No, she did not. They suspended her license for 2 years.
For 2 years, exactly. But in her own case, they suspended her license for 2. So she is practically losing. She's not going to work as a nurse for 2 years. That's what it means. And by the time she comes back after that 2 years,
she may not get a job.
She may not likely get a job. So that's the truth. So they have practically ruined her life. You understand? But if she has this, if she's a part of this community that we're talking about, the community will go, they will have a voice, as we've been talking, that everybody come and join our community. Let's have one voice so that we can always talk to the people that be, the power that be here in America. And you'll be able to look at it. Since, according to you, the environment was against her. Not that she didn't know what she was doing, but probably everything put together worked against her. So that is why what happened. But if you should tell her now, let's assume before this thing happened, you had told her, hey, come join this. She will say, I can't come to your level. Now, she has gotten to a level where, she can't even get help from her own people. Definitely.
No, I saw the greed in on double shift. Why did she go back twice? Why did she go and work double shift? Yeah, she's very greedy. That's what him people. He buy trouble. The same Denimba club, all this your club, people's club. They will start gossiping. They will say, "Why did you go and live in a big house? Why did you buy a car?" They're telling you that the environment, the whole setup was against this lady. Instead of us to be compassion, the same lady, when you see her now and say, "Let's have one voice," like you said, they will refuse. So we cannot continue to blame Chukwu Okike Abiama because we are not doing the needful. And that is the purpose of our show here, to teach people to start doing the needful. If you do not preserve yourself, nobody else will. Nobody else will. It is sad. It's very sad. Please, it's time to call in because we don't want to wait to the last minute. People will start calling 20 different times. The phone calls are there. The phone numbers are there. +1 281 463 7283. Our topic today is the ills of nepotism. And this thing transcends, kind of towards everything else. Because when you see the right thing and you refuse to do it, whether it's a job that you gave to your sister or whatever, anytime you hear something bad and you refuse to do it, or you see something good and you refuse to join it, guess what? At the end of the day, it will affect you one way or the other. So this lady now is going to go without pay for 2 years. Just tell me, bank, any other this thing here for her to be doing. This is it. He got the depression. People's club, yeah, the back club. I don't know which club she belongs. I'm not saying that she does, but this is the routine for them. So they will now stop going to their club and then they will go in hiding. Then Hapota say, "Oh, all this club was a fake. Do you know when I got in trouble?" You keep hearing the whole story over and over again. Oh, when I get in trouble, a lot of them ran away because the people will run away from you. Because if you continue to be my friend, they will think that the board of nursing will come and take their own license. So how they made you with you, they will be hiding. They will be hiding, I don't want to call out your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good morning,
Good morning, Uma Chineke.
This is your sister Mboka Ego.
Hey, no, Uma Chineke.
Hey, I love you guys too. This is a very
we love you more
topic. Thank you. Ooh. So this is the best topic.
Yes.
Nepotism. That's one of the biggest problem. I would say, among mankind, but of the chain among Africans, and then the two countries.
Yes.
The jungle island called Nigeria. Okay. So unfortunately, our people in Biafra land, they also, bought into nepotism because it's also killing us in every angle, even in the so-called church. Okay? And those so-called churches, of course, we all already know they are not churches. They are not, I don't know what they are practicing. Anybody could call whatever building a church, but different things could be done, could be going on in a church. So whenever somebody hears a church, I just want us to not automatically think that, oh, it's Christian church. No, Satan has church too. Okay? Here in America, there are Satan church. Yeah, they have it. So we can't just always think, oh, a church is Christian. No. Majority of what is going on there in the jungle island called Nigeria and in our Biafra land are not churches, are not Christian churches. Okay? They're not Christian churches because their followers are Britain and Europeans have brought them their type of authority, okay, led by Yeshua HaMashiach, okay, our Jewish Messiah, Savior, is not, what cannot identify with what is going on there, okay? So, I'm suggesting it's about time we start burning those mushroom buildings, because they are not doing us a favor. They could stay in their Nigerian and whatever government, doing whatever they want to do. But in Biafra land, it's time we start, getting rid of them. If they don't want to do the right thing, look at, there was fire. There was fire incident. Nobody could just do anything about it. Nobody could stop it. So it's about time. We don't have anybody to help us. Therefore, we need to, since they don't want to be part of it, they don't want to be part of cleaning up, they don't want to be part of anything good. So it's about time we start taking care of them by burning their mushroom places. Bachas and all that. Everywhere is church what? So now it's about time they declare. Are you Satan Church? Are you Christ Church? Which one are you?
Satan.
That is by the way. And then when it comes to nepotism in terms of giving job and jobs based on our yes, that one is not going to be part of the Biafra land when Biafra is restored. And the time to start working on it is right now. So I am also suggesting and advising our people in Biafra land for them to start looking into doing learning trades, learning a skill, okay? How to build carpentry, because carpentry is not just no, of course not. Labor is very expensive here in America, okay? Just a little thing you need to fix in your house, trust me, they will charge you arms and legs. The fixture itself or the appliance itself will not cost nothing, but the labor itself, the labor cost is very expensive. So it's about time our people start looking into
Sister Choma, it's so funny.
What matters.
It's so funny you said that. Do you know this week I was looking for where my sons will go and learn carpentry? I'm not kidding you.
Yes. Okay, we need to start.
We have to learn how to use our hands.
For
Yes.
Biafra to restore to its fullness, to its beauty. Okay, we need to, start. We need to use our contractors, our own qualified contractors.
Absolutely.
So now that
Absolutely.
they need to start learning those stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start awarding contracts, we will know. Okay, you know what you qualify. So there's gonna be need for a lot of contractors.
Mm-hmm. Sharpen your skill, pack your skill.
I contract you. You don't have it. You're not qualified, but because I know you, because you're related to me, then I will award you a contract, and you go out there subcontracting. Okay, subcontract. By the time it gets to the person that actually will do the job, there's no money. That's our problem right there.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, sister.
Another issue is what you just said about a nurse, her license being revoked or suspended. Trust me, that's a big problem. We don't have to come here and be solving others. We can create our own and be in charge of it. Okay, just this weekend, I believe it was yesterday, a social worker, a mental health and social worker in Canada, just got stabbed to death by one of his mental clients. Okay, and who is she?
Biafra, all I need Hannah Reba. Only that anyone I don't hear
What
here.
are we doing? It's about time we start, doing what is right. But
Doing what
this
works.
morning I saw on Facebook that some group of physicians in Chicago, got together and formed their own practice, which is good. It's commended. I wish every other state and city will follow suit.
Yeah. Thank you much,
my
Nick.
sisters, I love you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we don't want to wait till we are back to a corner to start thinking of Makwara. Makwara, if you prepare ahead of time, there is no song called Makwara, because you would have strategized. You would have think about everything else. You would have even come up with a strategy. Yes, okay, I'm recognizing that this thing may work, or it may not work, or may boom, this is the way I'm going. So all these things are the things that we have to put in place. And I agree at Harvard. Oh, speaking of Harvard, these people have all their classes online. When I went to my MBA school, most of the classes I Harvard are online. So we need to give out $150,000. For those of you that are interested in learning more, go out there and start investigating. Information not there. Social media na Google Hana, this thing is not by accident. Or what so that even when you're in a zoo country called Zoological Republic, you can be there to enlighten yourself. And we have to start differentiating that education is not enlightenment, because in the you're not here be educated, but how would the biggest mugu I've ever seen? So don't let them come back with their stupid American degrees and start to intimidate you. All they know is so Hasha gone with a lot. Hamagi system, Hamagi by the vote, Hamagi way hammer. But they will tell you when their next induction meeting is coming up. That's all they know. And they are passing this laziness to their children. That their children is not even involved in either. Because most people tend to be what their parents are, you know. Anyway, we have a sister, Cheryl Pearl, that said that we should define nepotism na Igbo. So, Sister Ekwi, I will let you help us do that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we know everyone does not understand Igbo, but a great majority also understand Igbo. So please indulge us. We want to say it in Igbo so that people will understand. Ihe wu nepotism bụ enwe ọrụ pụtara ndụ kama ị ga-enye onye ga-ama wee rụọ ọrụ ahụ ọfụma. I were enye ndị enyi gị, I were enye ụmụnne gị, isi onye a bụ nwanne m, ọ nọ na vileji m ka ọ rụọ ọrụ a. Ana ịma na ọrụ a na ọ gaghị arụtụ ọfụma. Then emesizie mmadụ niile ataba ahụhụ maka na alụrụ ọrụ ahụ ọfụma. Ọ ife bụ nepotism. Ya ka anyị na-asị na amasị emezini ya maka ọ na-enyere anyị aka even in this struggle. Ọnwụ onye na-amaghị ihe ọ na-eme, onye ọ gawa ọnọdụ o were position na-anaka ego, na-ewere ego ndị mmadụ na-atụkọta for the struggle, were na-eme private business. Onye ahụ adịghị enyere anyị aka. Bịakọta together. Si mba nwanne m biko step aside. Bịa n'akụkụ biko nna o gaa mee ihe ọzọ ka anyị tinye onye ga-enyere anyị aka for this struggle. Because now why? So in any area, we know that in Biafra we will set up systems to take care of nepotism. But the issue is before we get to Biafra land, we would have all died because our enemies are upon us. So we want to start putting things in place right now. We begin to develop systems that work in any area, anywhere you find yourself, in churches, in town unions, anywhere at all. It's time to do what works.
Absolutely.
Set up systems, put things in place that will protect us so that we will get home on time and make sure that we counted. The Bible says, when we got home, we look back and counted, and our numbers were complete. But if we don't do the needful, my dear, maybe half of us will get home to that Biafra, and we don't want that. Thank you. Is that someone calling?
No. Nobody has called. Again, the call number is 2+1 281 643 7283. And the direct number is 774-338-0942. You can also reach us on Messenger. You can reach us on Skype as well as YouTube. So thank you guys so much. Like we said, we have to do something about this. We cannot continue to hold ourselves down. We need to retrace our steps. We need to see what works. You know, we go with what works. This was our topic last week or so. We must go with what works, because if you're not, you'll be running in circles. What we don't want is for us to read the story of the Israelites wandering in the wilderness for 40 years for a journey of 40 days, and we are about to repeat the same thing. God forbid that I will be waking up for 40 years and I'm a radio show. If I had the will, this Biafra would have come 40 years ago, not even yesterday. So let's do the needful. Let it begin with you and me, because it's easy for us to say, oh, there's a speck in your eye. Let me take it out. Whereas Ibu, a log in yours. So let's start removing the log in our eyes so we can see clearly. When we're speaking on 199, and now we'll be able to take it off without injuring our brother or sister. Everything begins with us. That change begins with you. That strategic move begins with you. That's staying intentional towards the name. That's staying consistent. And the only way all of these things that we are talking is going to happen is for you to connect. If you are not connected, you may now, yes, yeah, well, actually, my IPOB, I want to Biafra, I want this, that, you know, oh, I'm doing my whatever. If you are not truly connected, guess what? You will not be consistent. Always you will be this, one day you will be that. So we are begging for people to be connected. Let's not be these people that I see when you tell them their house is on fire. Remember, there's a song, and I said, darling, go home. Your husband is sick. Why? I said, let me dance one more time. Remember that song? So yeah, so your song where your house is on fire, they're telling you instead of you to run, start making sure everybody at Bola 911 and driving towards that direction. You're saying, Biko, leave me, let me dance one more song. Are you guys kidding me? Your enemies are upon us, like my sister would say. So we have to do the needful. We have to do the needful. We have a lot of viewers watching. I'm not sure why you guys are not calling in. Or fear we don't bite. We are your mothers, your sisters, your nieces, and anything else that you think that we could be to you, because I don't know the ages of people that are watching. So call in and give us your 2 cents. Do not be afraid, you know, because I know we have all experienced the ills of nepotism in our life for one time or other. So there's no one that is not versed in this topic. It happens every day. It happens every day, even when you they say here in America, you bring money, your mother will know that your senior brother will mumu, even though I got to school or went home, and because of the first son, your mother will say, happily, which opera, the opera that will go and squander my money. And then you've already realized the little last born, they are smart as David. Instead of mama to give you to that one to ensure the job will be completed, mama will now give it to the opera, or managa and one my down the street about like that. So we know we have experienced nepotism everywhere. So we are calling on our people, our mothers, everyone in your family. Make sure that it's always the best. Thank God in my family, we always go with the best. That's one thing my mother has always insisted on. We always go with the best. And that's why it's not hard for me to choose the best. When I see someone that can do something better than I can, I immediately will oblige. Immediately, because I want things. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Zambia.
Oh, welcome. I'm watching again. Can you increase your volume? Can you increase your volume?
I've already removed my other of my drivers.
May I increase your volume, my watchmaker, so we can hear you. You sound far away.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
increase my volume now.
Okay, that's good. What's your contribution for today?
I've been trying to follow you people all this way, but I find the topic very interesting.
Thank you.
Sometimes I try to come up with because of time, and most of the time when I come up online, it's the time that I'm already going out. So sometimes I kind of
Thank you. Your phone is a little wobbly, but go ahead. Let's see.
So what I'm saying about this nepotism is exactly what is killing this job.
Yes.
Because most of our people think because Nnamdi Kanu come from Abia State. And the third, so some people are saying this because it's not from my side. So these are exactly what is killing this struggle. If all our people that call themselves Biafra, all of us come out and stand on one point, I think we will achieve this Biafra as early as fast as possible. So with the problem we have is this point that people are making, nepotism have already killed Nigeria first of all, the place of Biafra. As far as you're from Yoruba land, as far as you're not from Africa, Fulani, as far as you're not from Hausa side, you don't get the job. Even though you are qualified to do the job, you must step aside the people that are supposed that the owners of the land have to do the job. For example, look at how come the chief of staff is the controller of Nigeria. How come the security side, the security of Nigeria is on one side, and nobody's talking about it. The Ohanese, the Southeast governors, nobody's talking about it. All they talk about it, and the family here, I was here, we are doing this, we are disrespectful. They don't even talk about the problems of Nigeria. They don't even talk about the problems of Biafra. The nepotism have already squandered the whole Africa and Nigeria. So congratulate you people. I'm so happy that people raise this issue. Please put much effort that we can be able to stand on this and respect ourselves and this process of nepotism. Thank you so much.
Thank you much, Nike. Thank you so much. Yeah. It is beautiful. Yeah. So again, this is what we are talking about. This nepotism is prevalent. It's everywhere. It's in our families. It's in our struggle. It's everywhere. It's even at work. People will give job to people that are not able to do it, and every time I got meeting to go and fix what the mess that they have made. So if we don't always look for the best, if we don't offer things based on merit, or quite the same place like an hour in circles. There is no reason why anybody should hold any position without having an interview, without telling us what you've done before and what you can do for us now, and showing a proving more in America. Because more, I guess I can walk up and say, hey, I can be the GE company's CEO. You know, they will not listen to me, but we be Africans. We will be like, oh yeah, over 1 year with the president. Yes, we will hire her. We have to. She has her MBA. We'll hire her. Guess what? You don't hire me, your car. You will not sell any car. You're gonna raise Biafra women show, because that's what I specialize on. So being honest with our capabilities and our abilities, being honest with what we can do, and assessment. My sister Augusta said it. Looking for feedback. You cannot plant something. You don't go and see if it's growing. We have to have some type of feedback. You give it to your so-called brother or your friend or whatever. What check and balances did you put in place to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do? What feedback are you getting to ensure they're meeting the target goal? Oh, target goal. Did I use an American word? Africans don't have target goals. So by the grace of God, how God will take us there. In 21st century, about women, we're able to coordinate people with no cell phone, no television, no nothing. How coordinate? And you're not here with all the resources that we have. We don't even want to learn how to manage it. We don't even want to put them in place. We just want to be walking blind. Hey, leave them there. Let them continue. I'm coming. I'm these days. And we think we are going somewhere. That is our job as Umuada. We cannot continue to watch. Our father's land is being put upside down. And we sit around and wait and watch because we don't want to offend people. And we've seen that things are not moving forward. Instead, Hannah got sideways. Whereas our destination on Ihu, Ayana does it like this. I don't want to be the bad person that said the first person to say it. And even when you try to say it, some people will intimidate you and say, are you the only one there? But I'm going to go and go to sleep. If that medication you're not taking is not too much, take a higher dose and take it and go to sleep. That's what our people have reduced themselves to. Don't say anything. But I'm going to go and come down. That's their normal talk. You're
too hot. Our people are dying.
Our people are
telling
dying.
me I'm too hot. I should calm down.
I should calm down. It's sad. And all we're saying is that why are we going left and right whereas our destination is in the front? Why? I say, calm down, calm down. Calm down, because you're here hiding your mothers and your sisters and your brothers here in America. Some of them are father child busy here. I was in the America. And they tell you they're in charge of something. You tell them we need to hurry up. Look at him on our Facebook. This one is happening. They say, oh, the people, they've been dying. They will continue to die. They're not going to stop dying because you're here now. And you can see clearly they're not putting any effort towards going forward. But you're being asked not to say anything. For how long are we going to continue with that? For how long? Like our leader will say, if only I got everybody, because he will be able to sleep. Him himself or herself will not be able to sleep. We have to do the needful. Like our brother rightfully said from Mozambique, the problem is everywhere where they are even. You will see someone, they don't know what they're doing. They claim they come from our leader's side and all these things, and they want to destroy what is being done. We are telling you guys that this is not about you. This is not about anybody. If you have done anything, we recognize you, we bow before you, we adore you. But don't delay our movement. So that I can go on our history, I got with honesty. You don't go and take something and sit on it, and you know very well, you know damn well you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, they get manobi, a lot of gone or get lot of check, you get cash, you don't come out, you're hiding so that you'll be able to sneak back to the zoo country and finish your mansion. But you're in charge of the struggle. And they buchari. As if people are not seeing. What they do is they come behind and gossip. They will never call you out. And you'll be telling yourself that you're doing well. I am not going to gossip. Our father's land is on fire. We're not here to look at anybody's ugly face or monkey or baboon face. We're here to do the needful. We're here to ensure no more nani get the okay. We are here to make sure that somebody is not playing politics with the lives of our people. And there's no way you can hold. If you don't want us to say anything, you do the right thing. We are here to encourage you. We're here to worship you. We're here to adore you. We're here to praise you. But what you don't get to do is to put us in a zoo country and you tell us not to say anything. You don't have that right. We are all stakeholders in this restoration project. Every one of us. I will stakeholders. So now the question now is, what are you doing as a stakeholder? Because I know here in America, when you're a stakeholder of a company, you don't go and sit down and say, MLM invest, then you go and sit down. You sell your product. Because the more products you sell, the more dividends you will get. So what are we doing as stakeholders? As stakeholders in this restoration project. Are we hiding behind some whatever and telling ourselves we are waiting for others? Are we just there praising people and raising your hand up, family, one family, this? What are you doing? Are you leaving this thing on Onyendu's head, called American Restoration Project? But you want to answer a unit coordinator. You don't know your left from your right. And you've identified, even when you're doing that, you've identified someone who can move faster than you can. Instead of you to say, this is not about me, one name, please, Gawani, we need to get this thing done. You will sit there, we have to do better, my people. We really have to do better. This is not fair. It's not fair to want a claim of cancer because we don't have a good hospital. It's not fair for our little brother or liver cancer, that boy, you know, little child, liver cancer. Ye garo no budo with oil and everything else, and they stifle us like hell. And then we're gonna get somewhere to take care of other people. At what point are we going to say enough is enough? My people, we must rise up. We must do the needful. We must do the needful. We have to begin to ask ourselves, what is my role in this restoration project? This thing has nothing to do with waiting for order. Don't wait for any orders or order. Kedu ihe ị ga-eme at your neck of the wood to ensure that this thing comes faster, to give relief to onye ndu anyị? Because it's not going to be onye ndu's nation. This is all our nation. Stakeholders in this restoration project. What is your gịnị ka ị na-eme? We get up here every morning not because we have the strength. We work every day. We have things. We are mothers. Children waiting for us to eat breakfast. Sometimes they have to wait. What are you doing at your neck of the wood to ensure that we are moving forward? Kedu ihe na-arụ? Mmadụ ole ka ị gwagoro maka Biafra restoration, especially those of us in diaspora. A lot of us are going around calling ourselves, oh yeah, we are doing a restoration project. Nobody sees you. You think your 30 pounds or $60 a month is good enough. How many people have you called at work? When you redeem their media church, they are very serious about that. When has to go and bring somebody, pick them up in a car, drive to their home and bring them. You may not have the money, but you may be able to go and pick up a brother and bring him to a meeting. Change of heart. Everything does not have to be about money. You may be able to wear that Biafran t-shirt. What I got gym, somebody are jogging. Hey, what is this? You tell them about Biafra. Are we talking about the heart? What are you doing at your neck of the wood to ensure that you're not waiting for Onyendu to give you order? Are you sitting there, a certain picture? Oh, police this, that. 2014, go on YouTube, you will find what you will need to defend yourself. Make the person disappear. Video. Are we talking about the thing and how everyone a woman here with a video nese? Who now was yele olozu? Ole bane boom mad was he who turned into CNN camera. Do you guys know that these CNN camera people nese all these things? Hana got therapy. Nkunu na got therapy. Unu se chande ngwana why suno ga not una gawa south. Change ishi do no ma. It's traumatizing. It's not normal. It's not normal. Sisters, please go ahead.
Yeah, sister, you know when you were talking, because we're talking about personal efforts. Personal effort that will move us forward. I remember somebody that was working in Zoo Embassy. As a Biafran, what he did by himself was to travel because he has the power. He has the position. That's the position that he's occupying. He traveled to villages in the country where he was posted and went to seek out our people, aged in different prisons. Mm-hmm. Then from there, he took note of them. Do you know they released these people? This is what you could do without calling Mazin Dekanu. This is your position. Chukwuokike has positioned you there to help your people. You are the Joseph of your time. Where you're located, that talent, that position of influence that Chukwuokike has given to you, he didn't give it to me, he gave it to you. And you know what you can do to use it to help our people. That's what we're saying. That skill you need to develop. Maybe you're supposed to be a mechanic, a carpenter. Maybe you're supposed to build some things that will help us to protect our women. Pepper spray, ordinary pepper spray. You give it to our women. They shoot it in the eye of Fulani herdsmen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Before help can come. Mm-hmm. We are saying it's time to use your brain. Mm-hmm. Do not wait for IPOB. IPOB has enough to do, and they're doing it. You have something to do. Some people will join. They say, I have joined IPOB. No, that's not the only thing to do. That's not the only thing to do. That's just one of the things to do. Mm-hmm. You do that one, then you continue to do other things. Protect yourself. Problem-solving skills. We cannot mention all the problems. In the area you live, you will identify a problem
and solve it.
When you call your brothers and sisters together, then you solve that problem. You're moving us closer to Biafra.
Yes.
You're preserving the lives of our people. That's what we're saying. Be creative in your brain. And when we talk about systems, there are financial systems, for instance, accounting system. Somebody set up a business and people are stealing the money everywhere. You're not helping us as a nation. Mm-hmm. You need to put an accountability system. We have it now, and we're not looking for it. They are there. We put it in place so that we can reduce the money that is being stolen away. And when we do that, we will have enough to do what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Not the one that out of nepotism, you see your brother, your sister is eating the money because we use eating money. That's what we understand.
Yes, I really.
You see your brother is eating the money that people collected together for a project. You will keep quiet because it's your brother, it's your friend. You know it's not right. That is nepotism. You keep quiet. Rather than set up a proper accounting system that would put checks and balances in whatever we're doing, in any way, any level. Not you contribute money, all the money will go to one person's pocket, and the rest of the people will be suffering and dying. That's not okay. It's time to change. It's time to do things the proper way so that we can get to where we're going. We're not the first to build a nation. Others have built it before us. My sister will say, copy and paste. Copy and paste. Go to YouTube. How can I do this? We have a lot of do-it-yourself videos. What can I do to do this? Then you use your data to make something good. Not that you use your data to watch the backup of one Biafra woman that is misguided. You see somebody that is misguided, set up a Facebook account, all he can do there is talk nonsense. Our brothers and sisters will go there looking at her bomb and everything. You're supposed to use that data to go and find out something that you can learn to solve a problem in your area. We have a call?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
That's okay. The phone got disconnected. Go ahead.
Okay. So we're talking of problem-solving skills. You see, we are human beings. We've been created to solve problems. When you notice a problem, do not sweep it under the rug. Whatever that problem is, think in your head, can I solve this problem? How can we solve it? Because the more problems we solve, the better our lives will become. So you come together, you know that thing. You have some people that are already in military all over the world. You don't need Mazunda Nikani for you to go back home and call like 200 boys. Go inside one forest and teach them self-defense mechanism. If you don't have gun, use stick to teach them. Self-defense mechanism. You don't need Mazunda Nikani. See, Mazunda Nikani is already a public figure. If he moves, they will notice him. But you can move. And nobody will notice you. You will go to your village and gather all the boys in your village, inside your village, where nobody is said. Nobody will know that you are right. Only your Igwe will know that you came in. If you want.
Igwe don't have to know self. Igwe, how do you know he's not full and informant? You do it on your own. So you don't
even need to know. Gather your cousins, your brothers, their friends, all the boys, go to one forest and teach them self-defense mechanism. If you teach 200 or even just 20 will teach another 20. Another 20 will teach another 20. Another 20 will teach another 20. That is what we are saying, my people, that's what we're saying. Any skill you have, any talent you have, use it to train others. And then others will train others. Before you know it, before you know it, we're out of this mess that we find ourselves. It's no more okay for you to sit down and put your balls in between your hand and your legs and put your leg and say, I'm waiting for order. That's deception. That's deception. It's time to work. Already, building a nation takes the whole stakeholders. And you are a stakeholder. You are a Biafran. If you are a Biafran, you are a stakeholder in this nation building. Stand up from your area. Chukwokike will tell you what to do. You begin to do it. It's not until you come to microphone and start shouting because you want recognition, want us to notice you, notice me or I die. You can go and hide and do what you need to do.
And the impact will echo into eternity.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't just wait until you do something that will be noticed. Something that everybody will see you, that you are the one doing it. We will give you credit. Don't worry, we will. At the end of this journey. And then for those of you that all you think is how to castigate one another, that's not the way to do freedom fighting. Because there's something called Truth and Reconciliation Commission. At the end of every freedom fighting, you set it up to examine what other people did and then those that need to go to prison will go to prison. It's normal. So let's not be doing that with truth and reconciliation while we are in the middle of the battle. That's no way to do it. That's not what to do. You're wasting our time. You're delaying us. Leave all those your complaint and everything. When we get to Biafra land, we'll take care of it. But for now, we're in the middle of war, and we need to fight with everything we have. From your angle. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, sister. From your angle, start from your angle. If you start one thing, like I said, if you make that connection, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will begin to reveal, not fasting and prayer, gonna church, no. Just in the private of your own room, your private space, get on your knees, be intentional. Ask Chukwu Okike Abiyama to give you that connection, and I promise you, you begin to see work on things you can do with that tree. That's just the way it works. We are speaking with experience. It's how you work. You make that true connection, you will begin to reveal things for you, and you're consistent. Mind you, because you have been soaked in the zoo environment, in the zoo mentality, where you have to lie, cheat, and pretend in order to survive. It will take time. So you have to be, again, intentional. You have to remind yourself, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to get there. Over and over again. Because anytime you work wrong and you forget, guess what? You revert back to the zoo person that you are. So let's begin to make that connection, because we have to go home. We really have to go home. Anyone on our diaspora here, we dream, you'll be dreaming about Biafra. It was so funny. We need to go home. We really have to go home. Some people don't care. They are just here. They think no Zola. But guess what? License. You're telling me the environment is against someone, the dynamics of environment is against someone, the way they gave her report, you still suspended their license. God is sending a message. That zoo country, that's Biafra at the zoo country, is asking us to come home. And the way he will send us home, you actually know by quietness, by you listening and making that change. Guess what? I spoke to someone, a whole pharmacist. One I said, that's not no law safe. That she would rather go and sell akara than to continue to work. This is the mess I need learn on here, but we like China like Imam Gido or George. You went by Jikide Dapota like this. You would think Nayela Jesus nearly last dinner every night. You will not know that Asochala one guy. They don't know their left from their right. No wonder they are so confused as what they need to do. Or you meet them normal. I met a lady normal one time. One year was cussing and cussing. She was on the phone with someone, cussing her manager. God will punish them and deal with them. Even not high name. Yeah, they will make you disappear. And can you Holy Ghost fire? God will deal with them. And Mother will strike them. You got never around 30 years. One year now, so Mother strike you. You know when home. You invoke it to the wrong place. This lady was lamenting. She didn't know. I was hearing everything she was saying. I left. The next day I came back. This woman was on the phone again lamenting. And I looked at my sister and I wept. And she's old enough to even not to be working. I don't know why she's working so much for her to be, because he had 12-hour shift. For her to be complaining so much. And I said, don't worry, she has so many people on us. Only coach and chocolate on Rocha mansion and go week like Christmas. Gaga, Maramoga, not on 118 Obuda. A man of Canary. But when you did that, oh, they could see now run like that, especially now, every labor intensive. Yeah, not about resort to say to a go more Igbo, which I guess on your buy because they give them phone at work, a hospital phone. Yeah, not about now. Call, I go more than on what. You can look at how long I go around more. You got more here, name. The same more kind of Gondi or Chabenu took our forefathers. Your people. One day, one of them told me yesterday, your people. Say which your people. Shut up. Your people, the neg nan. Here, so they got change Hagi to Smith, Zuckerberg, Nietzsche, this, the nothing happened. Mmiri did not capsize the Cebu people now there from zoo country to bring them to America. Mmiri, the damn ocean one night actually got from Mediterranean Sea did not eat them. Hey, buchara the mmiri be eba boom. So Saha got trip number 1, trip number 2, trip number 3. Guys, how many years I got the trip or 200 or 300 years? What does that tell you? What is that telling you? That here we are. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call. Yeah, Mazu Tutuoma. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad. I'm really glad about this program. First of all, I have to thank you for conducting the program.
Thank you much, Nick.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. So, Henry politicians in Nigeria are the which we need our liberation. We need to do our possible best to make sure we get our freedom within our own nation, Biafra, our mother's home, our father's land. That's all I have to contribute. And also thank you for the show.
Thank you so much, Washneke. Thank you. Yeah, so we have to do the needful. We cannot continue to lie to ourselves. We can continue to say even a land of freedom, milk and honey. Men don't how free that freedom is. They all have orange suit waiting for us. Happy high bill number BM. Number 11 inmate number 112-3456. Go and do home health. Before inmate number 111754. Go and try. And we're telling our people it's time for us to do the needful. It's time for those of us not here. We'll stop wasting time in our so-called village meeting. Oh, I want this soldier, I want this one, I want that one. You guys are now not wrong. Now lie because you're lying to yourselves. But I'm not lying to yourself soon in a meeting. Here is Christmas around the corner. They want to have an end of year party. End of year party that you achieved what? That you lie to yourself and tell yourself that you belong to your village meeting and you guys want to build a cupboard for a classroom that doesn't have a roof. Do you see how stupid you are? Let's stop this madness so much. Like, we have to start having that honest conversation with ourselves. And yeah, made a village meeting now for 100 years since I've been in America. We're still running in circles. And we're saying, let's do what works. Let's have a political action committee group. Turn your groups into political action committee group or groups. The election is coming next year because 2,000 votes can decide the election or left or right. So you guys don't want to join in here. We started a pro here called Biafra. You think, oh, I'll be Biafra. You don't want to join. You want to join Enugu Park. Isochi Park. Please go ahead. Agwata Park. Continue. Stop using your party when maybe name induction. How are you doing something whereas you're right now? You can't. When you want do you know where you are? Besides, it's cheaper for you to buy insurance. A $2 billion insurance will cost you about $2,500 a year. For those of you not in your 60s, it may cost you a little more because you waited till you almost fallen into the grave to get more. $2,000 a year or $2,500 a year. Or can he get every night? Join this group. You got induction. You to $1. Then when a member of that group club party, you have to go between Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll be spending $200 every weekend. That's $800 a weekend. You calculate it in a year. That's 9,600 in a year, which is way more than a life insurance. Sometimes I think we are doing this because of lack of knowledge. Some of them will think, oh, insurance is too expensive, I cannot afford it. No, you can get a 500 to when the group we get $500,000. Highest you get 30. Highest 30. But do you know you can get a life insurance here for maybe 400, 500,000, even if you're in 60s, you can get it under $1,000 a year. So let's enlighten ourselves. I will educated fools, no fool around. Let's enlighten ourselves and emerge into the society and on the Amara. You reap benefits hang for us, so that we can stop deceiving ourselves with the healing we see not. Because all these deceits, oh, can get men kega baramu menaijikan or buying on now. Because it's all about me, myself, and I. But if you understood that now you can get life insurance for as little as $1,000 a year, you can pay for it and not waste your money. Now I got party. Maybe I now was saying, come on, let's open up a bank. It will start making sense to you because you're not stretching yourself. If we're telling you, let's open up a political action committee, put some money in there and speak with one voice, it will start making more sense to you. When you waste your money and your time going to induction and party and wedding and all these things, now because so in your group one. I was saying for here baruru that is strategic to our survival. You issue one art about funny. You only want to do that one I get you recognize so you can post yourself on Facebook, manage again on yes, oh, this girl that I've been cleaning at work is still alive. We must do the needful. Sister Augusta, please. Go ahead.
Yes, Sister Mona, we must do the needful. And the needful is now. We don't have to wait. And we've been telling our people that we don't have time. Time is against us, actually. So we don't have to wait. So as we are rounding up, my take on, as Sister Ekwe said, that we have to start devising several means. We should go to YouTube, do a check on DIY, that's do-it-yourself method to be able to, do things. You know what the things are. So we need to start figuring it out. You understand? And I understand our people, they've almost turned to paparazzi. Opening here and not a share photo. Right now, I am in Abaginawa, and this is what is going on now. The police are shooting us, they are killing us. All those paparazzi, we don't need them. There's something that is happening in the Yoruba environment right now that we all don't know. And that is, lately, thunder has been killing the Fulani cows. You understand? It is being attributed to thunder, that it is thunder that is killing the Fulani cows. You don't know what that kind of thunder is. Maybe these people are beginning to devise means to kill those Fulani cows, and those Fulanis are moving away from that territory, that area that thunder is striking their cows. So our people need to start devising means. Get your own thunder. If the thunder in the west is in the southwest is working, invoke that thunder to come to southeast to start working on our behalf. Start doing the DIYs. Go online, figure it out. Use your data for the needful. We don't have time anymore. Time is really, really against us. And for those of us in diaspora, if you have not woken up now, I doubt if anything else is going to wake you up. Maybe something needs to happen to you for you to understand what we're talking about. Wake up, do the needful. Let's start forming, as Sister Mona said, pack. We already have one here. We have the beer pack. Come and be part of it. Election is next year. Election is next year. And when this election happens, we by now we should be able, whether Republican or Democrat, whatever, we should be able to have people that will come and talk to us and tell us and ask us what do we want them to do for us. This next year. Time is not on our side. So let us start doing the needful. Let's do the needful. We have a whole lot of projects. We have a lot of projects that we're involved in. Come and be part of the project, not after. As I was talking to somebody on Friday, I said, hey, come and be part of this project. He said, don't worry, I will come and I said, no. Come and be part of it now. Because I won't buy mepere. You won't have the incentives of those that were part of it from the beginning. Come and be part of it. If you live in the United States, be part of what is going on. The train is on the way. And we don't have time to pick people on the way anymore. Join right now. Thank you, Sister Mona. Thank you, Sister Ekwe.
All right, Sister Ekwe, your final, your closing statement so we can be done.
Thank you, sisters. Thank you, Sister Mona. Thank you, Sister Augusta. Thank you, my people, my people. My able Biafrans. We know we can do this together.
Yes.
You are very intelligent. You are very creative because that's what Chukwuokike made you. So we are just saying, use your creativity, use your intelligence to get us Biafra, and we know we can do it. Don't wait for everyone. Start from your own neck of the wood, like my sister will always say. Then we do it together. So you have to be doing your own mamele, and then I'll do my own. Then it will not form a phone. If you are not doing yours, then there's nothing. So please, we'll come together and then succeed together as a people. Thank you so much. See you again next week.
All right. Thank you so much. We call on lovers of freedom and defender of equity and liberty to stand and be counted. We must understand that this struggle belongs to every one of us. Every Biafran is a stakeholder, and you know that Biafra restoration is our civic duty. We need to fight together, facing one common enemy, and it's called the zoo country that is filled with Fulanese and others against Biafrans. Do not sit down and wait for order from Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB. They will give us order regarding the men's struggle, but regarding the other assignments, you should use your common sense to execute. You don't need to, you already know that you need to boycott Fulani goods and services. You don't need to, you need to stop attending churches that is still flying one Nigerian flag in our churches while our people die. You have to find a way to market the Biafra in a place where you are, whether you're in a diaspora, paint your business Biafra, put your Biafra logo, make everything Biafra, wear your Biafran t-shirt. We must know that the Fulanese, the Muslims, they have an agenda to rule the world. So from the beginning, they see this world as a battleground. Once they give birth to their children, they tell them to start fighting. They give them a blueprint. They announce it and divide it into different sections. They have division of labor. Some of them are in politics. We cannot say this enough. Some of them are in business. Some of them are in banking. Some of them are marrying our daughters. Some of them are carrying cattle around our neighborhood. Some of them, of course, are into terrorism. Some of them are in Africa and American studying. Some of them are going through their jihad to learn and kill people at will. The Fulanese assignment is to conquer Nigeria and Africa and dip their Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. And you're watching them complete it. Biafrans, we must wake up. We must wake up and do the needful. Thank you till we see you again next week. We do appreciate our brothers and sisters that are joining this show. Do not be afraid. Fuel at home. Fuel at home to call and give us your 2 cents. We know that we can do this together. Like my sister said, we are smart people. We are the chosen ones. That's why we answer Mona Chim Saga. That's why we answer Chim Nedum. That's why we say Chia Maka. We are the one, and we cannot apologize for it. So thank you. I am going to close down with the music, our Biafra music, once I can get the music. So thank you.
Every language, please answer when I call. I call to be the voice of the voiceless, hope of the hopeless, love insanity, defend humanity, cause this is how it's meant to be. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. We need to build a future where the rich and poor, the young and old is one. Let's build a nation where everyone is treated as equal. We need justice, fairness, peace and harmony, love and dignity, defend humanity, 'cause this is how it's meant to be. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. So every nation who believes in freedom, come and help us. We cannot do it alone. We don't want war. We just want our own. Nobody can keep us down until we have done the last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Biafra, Biafra, na na na, Biafra, Biafra, na na, say Biafra, Biafra is alive. Oh oh oh, na Biafra, Biafra, na na na, Biafra, Biafra, na na, say Biafra, Biafra is alive.
Awesome. Thank you much, Neke. We'll see you guys next week.